We're getting set for a wild weather ride just in time for Santa Claus to arrive in the Bluegrass State. We'll track what to expect coming up.
A frightening scene on a busy Lexington road. Police say 6 people were injured in a crash. What we've learned about the investigation.
Christmas came a few days early for some folks in central Kentucky, all thanks to someone's generous act of kindness.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 6.
Good evening. We're seeing and hearing here on Winchester Road heavy rain, some thunder out there, and some lightning as well.
It's a messy night for people traveling and shopping for the holiday. We begin with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey. He shows us what he's tracking on First Alert Defender. Chris?
Yes, indeed. A lot of rain across the area right on cue this afternoon as a big storm system gets ready to sweep across the Bluegrass State. Take a little look outside. We're looking down Winchester Road, and that's just a little glimpse of what travelers are seeing out there. Reduced visibility, the wet roads, ponding of water on those roads as well. Slow down, take it easy. The guests will still be there as you go out and make the rounds. Here's live First Alert Defender. And that first wall of water is lining up right on top of Interstate 64. The next one ready to take its place across southern parts of Kentucky. Winchester, Paris, back into Georgetown, Lexington, Nicholasville, and Versailles really coming down. Heaviest rain now stretches from Georgetown through Midway, just to the north of Versailles. Frankfort, that is pushing into your area, lightening up just a little bit along parts of the Bluegrass Parkway. Richmond, Berea, over toward Irvin and Stanton and Clay City, catching a bit of a break in the action, though the rains across Interstate 64 eastbound now continue to really come down. If you're traveling toward the south, how about London, Corbin, Williamsburg, over into Somerset and Monticello? Very heavy rains here. That'll continue to work its way out of the volunteer state of Tennessee, and a lot of water continues to come at us with a big storm system that by tomorrow afternoon is going to be right on top of our heads. For now, it is producing some nasty weather into parts of Mississippi and Alabama and down into Louisiana with tornadoes there. Not expecting anything like that, guys, but a wild weather ride for your Christmas Eve. A big temperature spike, drop with some snowflakes on the weather menu when I come back in less than 10 minutes.
Thank you, Chris. We're learning more tonight about a crash in Lexington that sent 6 people to the hospital.
And police say that one of them is still in critical condition. That crash happened this afternoon on Russell Cave Road, just inside of New Circle. Lexington police called in the accident reconstruction unit to figure out how it happened. Jarek Insko is tracking the investigation tonight. It's our top story at 6.
The scene has been cleared for 2 hours now here on Russell Cave Road, where 2 cars collided, injuring 6 people. That crash happened just before 2 o'clock. Collision reconstruction units were on scene and are still investigating what caused this crash, along with Lexington police. Whether wet roads played a factor in this crash is what they're looking into, saying it appears that one car T-boned the other. The battalion chief tells us the black Lexus was carrying 5 people, mostly children, who were all trapped in that car until the roof was cut off by first responders. We're told an adult from that car is in critical condition at the hospital. Only a driver was in the red Grand Am and was taken to the hospital along with the 5 people from the other car.
We received a call with possible victims trapped. Our first arriving crew did determine it's a very serious accident. The one vehicle was severely compromised, and we had to remove the roof to get 5 patients out.
This portion of Russell Cave Road has reopened after being closed down for a couple of hours. In Lexington, Jarek Insko, WKYT.
Police have not released any more information about the conditions of those injured in that crash.
Tonight, 2 men face charges in connection to the shooting death of a Lexington man. Lexington police say 26-year-old Devin Jones and 23-year-old Tarika Williams are both charged with murder. Police say the victim, Walter Gray, was shot multiple times on Warnock Street on November 16th. Police say both suspects were already in jail on unrelated charges.
Anything that we can do to shed light on this, especially for victims' families and such, is always a step in a positive direction. You know, it's more important than just numbers on paper. It's making the community feel safer.
Lexington police have not said how they connected the 2 suspects to the murder or if they knew the victim. The Mercer County Sheriff calls it frustrating. Tonight, he and his deputies are trying to figure out who's responsible for vandalizing cars. In the past few days, investigators say at least 8 people reported their car windows smashed open. Sean Moody talked to one of the victims. He's tracking the investigation tonight.
With the exception of an occasional passing car, Mackville Road is usually pretty quiet. Edna Maryland said she thought she heard something outside late Sunday night.
I had already gone to bed. I heard a noise, but a lot of times my garbage can falls over.
When she came outside the next day, though, she found this.
I just went down almost. It was just unbelievable. I mean, it just tore me up.
The Mercer County Sheriff says someone smashed windows in at least 8 cars over the past few days in western Mercer County. He thinks someone's smashing them with a baseball bat, but not actually taking anything from them.
I just think it's ridiculous that people have to be that mean or whatever to do something like that.
The sheriff says he's increasing patrols throughout the county over Christmas, hoping to catch or at least stop whoever's doing this.
So, I mean, when you have a windshield or a back window broke out of your car, that's several $1,000s worth of damage that's been conducted so far. You know, and these people are frustrated, and you know, it's frustrating for us.
Frustrating might not be a strong enough word for Edna.
It's really makes me angry.
She just hopes whoever did this stays away from now on. In Mercer County, Sean Moody, WKYT.
The sheriff says there's a Crime Stoppers reward of up to $1,000 for information that leads to an arrest.
Tonight, a grand jury has indicted a couple accused of causing thousands of dollars in damage to highway lights along central Kentucky interstates. Aaron Ferguson and his wife Cindy both face theft charges. Police say the couple stole copper wire from highway lights in counties including Fayette, and police say this puts drivers in danger. Sam Smith tells us how investigators finally cracked the case.
From April to November, this married couple is accused of stealing copper wire from highway lights in 9 different counties.
The damage that's done to the lighting junction boxes and the underground junction mains is tremendous. It's costing the state tens of thousands of dollars when one of these thefts occur.
Investigators say the stolen goods yielded the Fergusons a couple $100s, and when the lights went dark, it created hazards for drivers.
We hope not only have we saved money in the future on thefts, but we've also saved lives in the future.
3 months ago, investigators announced they had a problem with these copper thefts, and a week later, they got a tip.
We had a individual who knew about the wire thefts.
That person was rewarded with $2,500. Investigators say surveillance video captured the Fergusons in the act. Investigators searched their Winchester home, where more copper wire was found. Work from Kentucky State Police, Clark County Sheriff's Office, and the Transportation Cabinet Inspector General's Office led to this 22-count indictment for the couple.
Nobody gets away with anything in this Commonwealth, and the criminals are brought to justice.
In Frankfort, Sam Smith, WKYT.
The investigation into other copper thefts continues. Another $2,500 reward is being offered to anyone with information that leads to an arrest and a conviction.
If you're planning to fly out of Bluegrass Airport, you may want to check the status of your flight. Many flights coming into or out of the airport have been canceled or delayed. We checked with airport officials, and they didn't have an explanation for the cancellations or delays. Heavy rain and storms have caused problems in parts of the South today. And at last check, a flight from Philadelphia had been canceled, along with a flight from there. This is one of the busiest days for air travel.
We have an update now on a disturbing discovery along a Garrett County road. As we first reported last week, the Lost and Found Pets of Lexington Facebook page said someone found 3 dead puppies that had been mutilated. The puppies were found along Highway 753, but no one knows what led to the deaths. Organizers of the Facebook page say they have increased a reward in the case to $1,500. Tonight, state wildlife leaders are still trying to figure out where a mountain lion found in Bourbon County last week came from. They shot and killed the animal after finding it in a tree. Investigators think the mountain lion belonged to someone, but they haven't been able to find a possible owner. They say DNA testing could provide some more answers, but results likely won't be back for several more weeks.
They say a burglar tried to steal Christmas from them, but the Lexington family is now getting a lot of help from the community. As we first told you last Friday, a man says someone broke into his family's home on West 7th Street and stole gifts meant for his 3 young children. But he says since then he's received an outpouring of support from the community.
Some people have given money, some people have given gifts, some people have given clothes, but to put it short, everything was just amazing. The amazing way I've just seen people so willing to help.
Sturgis says he never asked for help replacing the gifts. People just started doing it. At last check, Lexington police told us they're still searching for the burglar who stole the family's gifts. Some people around the Bluegrass received unexpected gifts just 2 days before Christmas.
Father Jim Sitchko says he got an anonymous donation of cash and he wanted to pass along all that money to the community. Photojournalist Darnell Crenshaw tagged along with the priest as he bought groceries for random people.
I'm Father Jim Sitchko from St. Mark in Richmond, and I was fortunate enough to receive an anonymous donation and of cash, and I in turn now I'm going to give it to others. And so I've decided that I'm going to go to various places. Right now I'm heading to Kroger's.
Merry Christmas, man.
This woman right here, I'm going to jump in line real quick and I'm going to get hers because I just feel that that's the right thing to do. I'm going to buy your groceries today. Yes, I'm serious.
No,
yep,
you're just
yep.
kidding.
Nope. Merry Christmas to you.
I don't believe it.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't believe this.
Hi, can I get in front of you?
You sure can.
Thanks. What are you doing with this?
I paid for my groceries.
No, ma'am. I'm paying for your groceries today.
No, you're not.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
Merry Christmas to you.
I'm on camera. I see.
Why that person? Why not that person? I mean, that's the whole thing about it. 209.80.
209.80.
Oh. So it is, isn't it? Merry Christmas.
What?
Yes.
Merry Christmas, man.
Look at that. Merry Christmas. Wish you all the best. I'm off to get some people some dinner, maybe at McDonald's. See ya.
Well, amid all the bad negative stories, there is a shining light. Father Jim, this afternoon, he bought about $500 in groceries for strangers. He'll make 2 more stops around central Kentucky and keep giving all that money until it finally runs out.
Some new signs have shown up in parts of the state capitol. Next on WKYT News at 6, why they're causing some controversy.
And then how a program that allowed people to pay for parking fines with a donation is now helping less fortunate families around the Bluegrass. Some new signs have been put up around the state capitol, but not everyone is happy about them.
Our news partners at the Lexington Herald-Leader report 15 "In God We Trust" signs have been placed in legislative committee rooms in the state capitol and the Capitol Annex. It comes after lawmakers approved legislation that allowed the signs to be put up. Both the ACLU and Americans United for the Separation of Church and State said they're against the signs, but admitted it would be difficult to bring them down with legal challenges.
It's being called a huge success. A Lexington program that allowed people to pay for parking fines with canned food donations has ended. Lex Park officials tell us the Food for Fines program raised more than 6,200 cans of food. The food is being donated to God's Pantry. We're told the food donations paid for more than 600 meter citations. For more than a month, Lex Park allowed people to pay for parking fines with the food donations, and the program ended last week.